Damn.
I did watch Enola Holmes over the weekend.
You did. I was hesitant to watch it upon first seeing the trailers, and then I have only heard good things. What is your take?
My only principal issue with it is that I am not 10 years old. If I were 10 years old, I would have watched this movie 400 times. And because I am not 10 years old, I'm like, oh, that was nice. The movie has...
That's not nice.
The movie, it has this one... I'm not going to spoil anything. I mean, Henry Cavill is great and dashing and handsome. He looks and acts very little like Sherlock Holmes, but I almost don't care because it's Henry Cavill. Like, when Henry Cavill is playing Sherlock Holmes, I don't want Sherlock Holmes. I want Henry Cavill.
When Henry Cavill is, you want Henry Cavill.
Precisely.
So.
Do I want, Agent Walker in Mission Impossible Fallout? No, I really just want Henry Cavill.
No.
Do I want Superman? Okay, yeah, maybe kind of. But I didn't even get Henry Cavill. Like, I got nothing. And then, who is it? The Witcher. The Witcher is the one time I've seen him really stretch. He is an actor of limited scope, but it really works for him. He's limited in the same way that, like, Tom Cruise is limited. Like, there's really only, like, one level, one energy.
Tom Cruise does Tom Cruise really, really, really
exceptionally fucking well. He's had a 40-year career of being Tom Cruise, and I can only wish the same thing for Henry Cavill. And I mean that, again, with no disrespect.
For some reason, it just inserted into my brain a sequel to Being John Malkovich, but it's being Tom Cruise.
Because Tom Cruise,
I would watch it, right?
That would be a sci-fi movie as confusing as Cloud Atlas.
Indeed.
And probably
Tom Cruise is not he is not a human. And I don't he is the idea of drive and obsession struck by lightning and wearing a man suit. He is not a human being. If Tom Cruise had not fallen in love with movies and had decided to instead be a coal miner, like, coal would be the dominant industry of America to this day. He is just so... He is the to quote Alec Baldwin in Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, he is the very manifestation of destiny. Like, he can will himself to do anything. If you read anything about his family life, he is non-existent because he only cares about two things: movies and the process of making movies, and Scientology. And if you do not factor into those two worlds, he does not care. He cannot care less about anything that is not those two things, but almost no one is better at those two things than Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise, the best, the absolute best at Scientology. You heard it here first, folks.
Can you counter examples? I dare. Leo Remini? Jason Lee? No.
L. Ron Hubbard, the guy that came up with Scientology, but...
L. Ron Hubbard.
Jace, do you know his name?
L. Ron Hubbard.
Do you know Tom Cruise's name?
Mm-hmm.
Tom Cruise is already better at Scientology.
God, shit! What?
You were so confused for a second.
I was like, didn't I just say it?
Tom Cruise has recruited more people to Scientology than L. Ron Hubbard. I will back up that statistic with nothing.
I get it. I'm wrong.
I get it. I'm wrong.
I understand.
Mistakes have been made.
You know,
I'm sorry. I just shut up now.
We have found out, like,
Finally,
officially that Tom Cruise is going to be the first person to film a fiction movie in space, like, entirely in space,
dude.
Because
that's fucking rad.
Because he believes himself.
Wait, it's real?
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is
it was just approved very, very recently, around the same time that Mission Impossible 7 began filming, obviously well after they had planned to, that we found out that Tom Cruise is indeed going to he and his production partners are going to be the first people to film a movie in space. And you better believe he is going to star in the movie and is going to live in space for a month or 6 months or however long it takes him.
Yeah, and he's going to see L. Ron Hubbard in the Aurora Borealis. The Aurora Boreanas.
The David Boreanaz.
Bless you.
He's gonna bring his pals. David Boreanaz.
How do you have that movie with more than one actor? Where?
It might not be more than one actor.
It might be.
So it's just going to be a one-man show.
You know what?
Yeah.
Is it a feature?
Yeah.
Have you seen Gravity?
Yeah. But that was
a good movie, and it's basically
not
only
done
saying
in
to be in space. No, they'll do that in space.
Tom Cruise is essentially going to remake Gravity with him, his character's hanging off the side of the space station. He's being pelted by space debris. He's floating off into the blackness of space, and you do not know
stunts in space?
Exactly. He's going to do it for
There's
real. But he's going to do it.
He
is going to fucking strap a little hose on his dang body, and he's going to hang off the side of a space shuttle, and
you can't.
And he will either absolutely die, or he will have made a bargain with the universal power and will be beyond death. He will be the first person to overcome death.
He will if he pulls off the stunt. That is actually the real world example of how you get the Soul Stone, and then he'll come back with the full Infinity Gauntlet.
Tom Cruise saw Infinity War, and he's like, "We're going to Vermeer."
Going to Vermeer. Yo, to be completely honest, if it's Tom Cruise doing his own stunts in space, he's going to be in a death-defying situation where they have to do something to save him, and then he's going to be like, no, and save himself.
That's the thing. You can't save yourself in space. Have you
seen The Martian? He's going to poke a hole in his glove and fly back to the station.
Even though I don't know if that science checks out, it will check out for Tom. Yeah. Science changes for Tom. He's a Scientologist, goddammit. He is beyond your simple Isaac Newton, your simple rudimentary facets of physics or how objects move in a zero-G space. He is going to overcome the vacuum of space. And he will be... it is the natural progression of the path he's on, right? Because Tom Cruise...
it clearly makes sense for Tom Cruise to do this.
If you had suggested to me anyone else was going to do this, I would say it would never happen, right? If you tell me Ryan Reynolds has secured the rights,
I thought it was a joke, and then I realized you said Tom Cruise, and I was like,
oh, actually,
wait, this might not be a joke. And then I went, wait, are you serious?
Oh no, wait, that checks out.
And then you were like, yes, I'm serious, and I was like,
Tom Cruise's inner monologue is puny humans and their reliance on the laws of physics.
Why didn't we get Tom Cruise to play the Incredible Hulk?
God, that would...
Because he's 6 inches tall.
Right, yeah, he's knee-high to a grasshopper. He's 3 apples tall. And it...
don't get me wrong, Mark Ruffalo is a brilliant, if not perfect casting. So. Yeah,
Ruffalo's great. Ruffalo has made that character, a beloved character. That we all enjoy, because I have a sort of soft spot for the other Hulk movies. I think they are noble failures. Ruffalo is the first one to make it.
Edward Norton's Hulk is...
Edward Norton's... We don't talk about Edward Norton.
It's a little very boring, but Ang Lee's Hulk, I think, is a really noble failure. Yeah, I don't think
Eric Bana was a good choice,
I think it kind of rules, but it also doesn't work. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I would love for the next Spider-Man to have him go to fucking college and meet Well, he can't really go to college because he's...
To get more knowledge?
Spider-Man now. But he needs to meet Harry Osborn. Desperately.
He needs to go to college with Reed Richards. You said that one time, and that broke my freaking brain. That
sounds good.
Yes, but be friends with Harry Osborn in Reed Richards' class.
Yes, exactly. Absolutely. For sure. Yes. I want that. Kevin Feige, if you're listening, do it.
Well, yeah, and
we know Kevin Feige's listening. All of the Kevin's listening.
He obviously is.
Podcasts.
He listens every
Absolutely.
week.
He is obviously a huge fucking Community fan, because the cast and crew of Community have fucking set the template for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and
I mean,
they
look,
have
the Russo brothers,
and they keep getting
carry
jobs.
the
on.
Russo
Disney
brothers.
Matt.
There is a Disney Plus original Marvel show, and 2 episodes are directed by Gillian Jacobs and Alison Brie. Like, they are not going to stop pulling from this incredible well of talent. Alison Brie was runner-up for Agent 13 in Winter Soldier, and we've been talking about it. And Tom, the character that Tom Cruise should have played in a Marvel universe, but the time has long elapsed, is Mr. Fantastic. They are 2 characters defined by their rigidity, their drive, their obsession. It is the perfect answer.
And also, you can make him stretch.
And you can make him stretch. He can be a big boy now. He can finally be a big boy.
Stretchy man. He go from there to there. Wow.
Yeah. But that time has long since elapsed. Also, if you cast Jonathan Majors as Kang, it seems like the Fantastic Four are not going to be Lily White, which sounds great. Yeah, let's do that.
I hope that they... Yeah, more of that, please. More of that, please.
Let's do that.
I was having a conversation about this, and DC has been making content. It's content.
Hashtag content.
And the thing that's frustrating about it is like their diversity and the way that they make sure like their representation is fire. Like they are on it. They're on the wave. They're putting in the work. In a lot of circumstances, they're not perfect, but still, like they are significantly better at this representation game than Marvel is right now. And I know Marvel is making a turn and like getting better at it, especially with some of the new Disney Plus TV shows. But it's still, I'm like, y'all, come on, do it. Like you've got the source material. You can do whatever you want. Do it. You know.
And I hope that when the success will come for me, and I am what I am, when they finally do make them X-Men movies. And the X-Men are already like far more diverse than say the Avengers. I want it all over. Let's make it all a multiracial, any gender non-specific. That is in key with what the X-Men
those trans
are.
Mutants. Like let's fucking go.
Yeah, and that is
give me a mutant that gender flips. Like I will play that role. I will do it.
Yeah.
No, Scarlett Johansson will play that role.
Don't even joke, because you know she'll take it.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
Yeah. So that is my great hope, is that when that comes out, it's not just a bunch of white people and then Storm and then Psylocke. I want it to be as a fucking rainbow coalition, multi everything as possible, because that is what they've always stood in.
That's what they represent.
For that.
That's
so
always
let's
done
actually
that.
put it on.
They've been a metaphor for queer folks. They've been a metaphor for the civil rights movement. They always represent marginalized communities, and if they freaking anyway, I'm real stoked for WandaVision. We still don't know too much. I need something. I need something to distract me from this hell we live in.
Video games are good for that, I find.
They're very good.
I've
gotten back into Red Dead Redemption, which is something, but goddamn, that game gets my cowboy rocks off.
Red Dead Redemption 1 or 2?
2. I'm playing Red Dead Redemption 2 online with my friends. We have a moonshine operation and a speakeasy and a band, and you can play in the band and drink Caribbean island rum moonshine that I made. It's fucking great. And if you drink enough, you can get into slapbox fights. It's hilarious.
Speaking of cowpokes, this is, of course, Advanced Community Studies, a podcast where we talk about the American television comedy Community, 1 or 2 episodes. The American television commodity Community. I am one of your hosts, TV's Kevin Lanigan, and I got Coldplay tickets.
Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm back! My name's Jace, I use they, them pronouns, but for this episode you can refer to me as Pistol Patty.
And I'm the daddy host, and though many people don't know this, I have been called before an unstoppable juggernaut.
That's a paradox. I agree to disagree. Easy paradox. That is one of my favorite weird, bizarre, one-shot characters on Community is Paradox. You
only see him once.
He never appears again. I love this guy.
Wait, who?
In In the second episode, when they're meeting in the anthropology classroom, when Troy says, like, they're an unstoppable juggernaut. Magnitude is a one-man party, and a one-man party can't be an alliance. That's a paradox. I agree to disagree. Easy paradox.
Easy paradox.
An exceptional bit. You know, these are some jam-packed fucking episodes, y'all. Do we just dive in? I don't have any orders of business.
Do we do it in order? Are we restricting like one and then the other, or are we just like all hands on deck, just go for whatever?
I say we still talk about it one episode at a time, because though it is a two-parter, they are still two distinct episodes with distinct feels and their own internal plot lines. So I say we stick with that, and we will also rank them separately. But
hopefully my tiny anxiety brain will be able to distinguish the two episodes from each other, because we shall see.
We shall see. And we shall begin with Season 2, Episode 23, A Fistful of Paintballs, directed by Joe Russo, written by Andrew Guest. Paintball once again comes to Greendale as our study group finally comes to blows with Pierce Hawthorne as a mysterious black rider sweeps across Greendale.
It's like network TV handsome.
Oh my god, it's so... sometimes Community just casts people for me. I feel like they were targeting me. You know, your Walton Goggins, just the Paget Brewster and Keith David, and Josh Holloway as the Black Rider is absolutely at the top of that list. I'm like, what did you call me and ask who should play this character?
It's perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect.
He's got the Western,
very good.
He's got the Western cowboy chin.
Yeah, the Western cowboy.
There is chin. You're so right. There is a chin. You know.
It's important to the cowboy look. Okay, off the bat, can we just say these actors in these costumes are the best anyone has ever looked. They all look fucking
They're really good costumes. These are good costumes.
These are good costumes that are like, they're each a play off a different Western movie or Western trope. They are each specifically and beautifully applied to each character. You know, Jeff is wearing his Halloween costume from season 1. Troy is dressed as Cleavon Little from Blazing Saddles. Annie in this fucking first episode is the fucking coolest anyone has ever been. She's really cool today.
Oh, just that opening sequence with her just taking out those guys from the Christmas episode where they fight. Oh, what are they? If you weren't a girl, I'd shove my fist so far up your balls right now.
Easy, Christina Ricci.
Christina Ricci.
We played Dungeons and Dragons together. It's the coolest anyone has ever been. And, like, the fucking title cards they slap on everyone, like, Queen of Hearts. She's the only one in the red font, which, like, all of this seems like just a cool little bit, but the way it builds to the ultimate, like, revelation, that it builds to this fucking pistols at dawn with Pierce. Like, it's the duel.
Yeah, it's... This episode really, really, really nails the tension. Like, this show does tension so well, but this episode, woo! Man, you know, just good. Like, especially toward the end, she's gonna get a hiccup. See, whenever I get excited, I tell you.
You know an episode's good when Jace gets the hiccups.
I get the hiccups. I just get so excited. I don't know. But, like,
you're like a drunk in an old cartoon. Like, bubbles are coming out of you.
Yeah. But like, literally, just like, you know, the show every once in a while does these build-ups where then, like, the release is the lack of a release, and you're like, oh, shit. And that's what this episode does. You know? You're, like, expecting this thing, and then there's just this, like, tension. They just leave you in it, and you're just like, whoa. Or is that am I thinking of the end of this part 2?
There's both, I think, because you get left in this, exquisite place. The first episode ends with the group's relationship to Pierce being in, like, a really precipitous place, as we also reveal the ultimate plan of Pistol Patty. Like, the stormtroopers unload from the fucking truck. And then we get a trailer for the next episode.
Which is brilliant. A brilliant way for them to be able to transition from the Western to the Star Wars. Like, executed well, bizarre, you know, but it works somehow. Like,
frankly,
you don't...
I'm glad they do the switch because I fucking adore.
You said doo-doo.
Hey, doo-doo. I adore the Western aesthetic they pull off in this episode. Like, it is absolutely phenomenal. Like, the red lights that they're pumping through every window, the addition of, like, Josh Holloway, the bad cowboy, like, the music, the title.
Don't they start a bonfire in the freaking,
the bonfire, the fucking
the cafeteria.
Pierce's saloon, Miguel giving them fruit, like, mwah. Like, it's
Starburns with the sheriff's star on his shirt, just another star illusion. Good stuff.
It's
good stuff.
It's so exquisitely done, and I'm glad they didn't feel the need to stretch it to another episode, because then you have everyone kind of like half wearing their Western costumes in the next episode, and have like fully transitioned to like a Star Wars motif, and I am not the biggest like Star Wars fan in the world. They don't go like super heavy on it. It's like Abed is Han Solo, but we're not getting every version of like the TIE fighter. Yeah.
And then stormtroopers. That's like it. It's still very loose.
That's good. They do the best moment of the original Star Wars where like all hope is lost, Britta thinks she's on her own, and then Shirley rolls up like Han Solo at the end of the first movie. Like get in, kid, finish it, and it's a really good fucking. They don't overblow Star Wars.
My favorite exchange from the first episode is actually not the opening, but the part that comes immediately after, where she's back in her hideout, and the bell rings, and all of a sudden Abed's behind her, and like just that exchange of like, surely you wouldn't shoot an unarmed man, and she's like, depends on if you're eating my beans, and he's like, well then I guess it's good that I'm not unarmed, seeing as I'm eating your beans.
Oh.
Like it's such a fucking good exchange.
Danny,
that would work in like a spaghetti western.
Right?
No, that would just work in a western.
That's so great about like anytime they do one of these pastiche episodes, it's like you feel like you're transported into a different series almost. You're like, I know these characters, but they're in a completely different scenario, and like the way that they shoot it, the way that they record it, the lines, all of it is in a totally different genre, and it feels like you're like it feels like you're watching a movie, which is so exciting, especially when there's so many TV shows where they've gotten so damn formulaic that you know exactly what's going to happen.
Sure.
All the time. And in this show, it's the exact opposite of that. It's just like you come into this episode and you're like, am I watching a movie? Like literally Annie dropping down in the background of a scene silently. Oh, like just
so
perfect.
It's so good.
And
it's exquisite.
Oh my gosh.
And I love that we get like a little tiny return of the bullies from the Christmas episode. That rules, just adding to like the little textures of this world. It's all
Anthony Michael Hall.
Anthony Michael Hall. Old
it's
Breakfast
great
Club.
It also establishes it's like these are these characters that like you without having to do any of this extra work, we're provided with the opening of like these are the bad guys, right? And like there's good guys and bad guys in a western, without having to establish through exposition of any type that well, this gang's been taking over our small town, and we're just trying to get back to some peace and order, but the sheriff's gone. And they just the way that they can establish that kind of dynamic by just bringing back these.
I wish they'd done that though.
I mean, if they'd brought in this guy who's in all the westerns and all the Disney cartoons, and he was talking like he's in Back to the Future 3 and Who Framed Roger Rabbit, he's everywhere.
The only thing that would make these episodes better, and specifically the first episode, is if fucking Sam Elliott had shown up at any point.
Sure, right. Instead of,
that would have been like, yes.
For sure. Because it could have been, I think the place where you can slot that in is the Black Rider, and I think, Josh Holloway, this is a year after Lost ends, so this is like kind of a perfect, like, let me come in, steal the show for an episode, and then leave, get out of Dodge forever. I mean, honestly, if Pierce had left at the end of this season, they could have put Josh Holloway in that seat, and I would have been fucking happy as a clam, I think he has this very dry comedic timing. He had it on Lost. He's the best character on Lost. Sawyer is incredible, and his arc is unbelievable.
Oh, thanks.
And he can just ha ha, Caleb Sawyer. I get it.
Yeah, but you had to say it out loud just to make sure everyone else knew you.
I had to make sure the audience and the audience and our co-host made sure that they got it.
I'm glad we're so close, Jace, that you forgot my name.
Hey, look, I know
You are
fucking
Papa.
name.
You are the daddy host. You are Papa.
What?
Your
you
name
mean?
is not Caleb. You are Papa. You are daddy.
Yeah, I am Papa.
Caleb, the daddy host. Those are your 3 names.
Right, exactly.
I mean,
Sawyer doesn't
that's-
usually
that's
come up
respectable.
in your big.
The daddy being the middle name.
interests. Yeah, but that's good. And this could have been. I mean, this part could have been Sam Elliott. I think you would have lost the sexual tension with Annie if it's Sam Elliott.
Sure.
Like, that
Yeah,
feels-
there would have just been sexual tension with Britta, though.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Hold on. I have to go write a script for Sam Elliott and
You're
fucking
welcome.
Gillian Jacobs. Oh my god.
He's like, fan fiction. I am not sleeping tonight.
Opening
baby.
up AO3.com. Yeah, so there's that. It could have been. This is about the right time where you could have done Timothy Olyphant, because this is like. This is Deadwood and Justified era.
Oh, yeah.
Olyphant. He would have fucking destroyed this part. And he also has like exquisite comedic
Ian
timing.
McShane. Oh my god, Ian McShane.
Oh, very different performance. Still would have been good. Still would have been fucking good.
Because then he could have butt heads with Pierce specifically.
Right. Timothy Olyphant has just an unbelievable comedic cameo in the final season of The Good Place. Just for anyone that either hasn't watched it.
I'm watching that show and I didn't know that. That's
I will not. He's in an episode. That's all you need to know.
That's awesome.
I have been waiting for the full season to be released because
it's all on Netflix
something was going on when it was airing, and I missed the first few episodes. And when I went on to because Hulu would release 1 episode at a time, but they would only keep 4 episodes up. So by the time I went to watch it, the first episodes were gone, and I couldn't find it, so I had to wait for the whole thing to get released. I'm so stoked because I freaking love that show. I forking love it.
Yeah, it's
so good.
It's on Netflix now, baby.
I know.
It's so good.
I know.
Yeah, it's excellent. It's probably my favorite show of the last 4 years that it was on. Just a really great piece of work, and everyone should go check it out. You'll have to wait a few seasons for Timothy Olyphant, but But yeah, so there's a bunch of people that could have done it. This is the beginning for me of a trend that gets really heavy as Community goes on. Of exactly what show Dan Harmon was watching when they were working on these episodes because of who is in it. Because you start getting, Dan Harmon obviously watched The Wire. Between seasons of Community, and suddenly Wire cast members start flooding in. The Breaking Bad shit starts next season as well. Dan Harmon fucking loves Breaking Bad. Half of the cast of Breaking Bad is on Community. It's just this. You always know what TV show he was watching because the guest stars start rolling in. But anyway, what a fucking just unbelievable piece of work. I love Modern Warfare. Obviously, who the hell doesn't? But the part that... Go ahead, sorry. But because they've done this all before, now they have the confidence, now they have the okay, we've done it, now let's fucking do it. Let's fucking blow it out with these 2 episodes and take it into the stratosphere. And I admire so much the fucking cojones it takes to make these episodes.
I was some gas on that far.
Can I get Western Jace every episode?
Well,
yeah, I could do that for you. Sure.
Let me tell you a little cowpoke tale about Greendale Community College.
I'll tell you what. I play Red Dead enough.
I said I would.
John Marston.
I play Red Dead enough, and my Arthur Morgan just spills out. It's great.
Absolutely.
It's great.
I've
Someone's
had,
like, you want to go do a bounty? And I'm like, nah, I reckon.
I've played the first Red Dead a couple times. I've had Red Dead 2 sitting on my shelf for about a year now, and I'm just I need to just I'm waiting, and then the time will be right, and then I'll just plow through it in a month. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Red Dead 1 is a cultural stepstone for I think video games because it was this hey, we can tell a story in a period not many people think video games can do well.
Yeah, it's one of my 5 favorite games of all time. The original Red Dead, so I'm almost scared.
Yeah, we're gonna make you really like a guy that's kind of despicable but trying to do his best. And then Red Dead 2 comes out, and I'm like, you don't get to play as John Marston? And then they make me care so much about Arthur that I don't care about John Marston anymore.
Okay. All right. I will.
Like, Red Dead
right.
2 is very
No,
good, and it's emotional. And when that game wraps, it's like, well, fuck. It's so good. It's so good.
When I hear Red Dead, the first thing that comes to mind is In Living Color, and that's all I really have to say about that.
Okay, great. Thanks for your input.
Not because they're related, but because the names are complete opposites. You know, it's like Red Dead and Living Color.
Sure, The Color is alive on sketch comedy of the 90s.
Oh shit! I just got that.
There we go.
I was like, how are they the opposite?
Starring.
But it's because the Red's dead, but the Color's living. I get it.
It's In Living Color, featuring Jamie Foxx, 14 Wayans brothers, and Jim Carrey?
James? No, he's still James at this point.
Carey.
James Carey.
You're right, it was James. Oh, Lord.
Which is hysterical. I remember the first time I was like, oh yeah, Jim Carrey was on In Living Color. And then I watched a full episode and I saw the credits and I went, James?
Excuse you?
It's like when you go back and you watch like movies of several decades ago, and the man bills himself as Larry Fishburne instead of Lawrence Fishburne. You're like, Larry Fishburne?
Larry. I did not know. That's incredible.
Yeah, when he was like Cowboy Bill or whatever on Pee-wee's Playhouse, he's Larry, and then after Pee-wee's ends, he's like, I need to become a man.
Someone
I need people
else.
to take
I
me
need to
seriously.
distance myself from this guy.
So I am Lawrence now.
Lawrence.
I am Lawrence.
I am
Fishburne.
Lawrence.
And you know what? I don't regret him a second for that. Lawrence Fishburne is the fucking man. He rules.
Somebody please get this man a gun.
Oh,
John Wick's incredible. If you haven't seen it, do yourself a favor. All of
I
them,
have not seen any of them. I do not like looking at guns right now, but I know it's something that I like absolutely need to see at some point.
It's very good. If it's any consolation, when you get to the third one, he kills a lot of people with things that aren't guns, and one of those things is dogs.
I love
it's great.
That's something I really
Halle
like
Berry has
about
attack dogs, and it's really good.
That's something I really like about Jackie Chan movies. Where he is explicitly not killing people with guns. He is like
killing them with everything else.
Yeah, killing them with
like, I got a
ladders,
milk
with
crate
hats,
and some string. Let's see what we can do here.
There's an incredible fight scene. I think it's Police Story, but he fights a whole floor of people with ladders, and not like step ladders, with full 11-foot ladders. It's
and he's just
incredible.
like whipping them around his shoulders, and everyone go treat your damn self. Go watch some damn Jackie Chan movies. I'm sure some of them are. Go watch some
Y'all remember
Chinese
the
Jackie Chan movies. Yes, exactly.
Thank you. Yes.
Because there was this problem with American Jackie Chan movies. I know we're talking about a Western episode of Community, but there was this problem with American Jackie Chan movies where studio executives did not believe that American audiences would accept that Jackie Chan is just that good at kicking. So there always needed to be a magic medallion, a super tech tuxedo, they always needed to add something to explain why he's good at fighting. He couldn't just be good at fighting. He couldn't just be like the drunken master, and he just gets really good at fighting when he's drunk. He had to be magic.
Yeah. Also, American movies just have a really, really, really serious problem with filming action, because most American actors can't be bothered to actually learn how to do their own stunts. And so when you do scenes where you have to make it clear Gamora is fighting her sister, you cut every time contact happens.
Yeah.
And it just leads to these really dull, really bland fight scenes. It's even bad in the beginning of Captain Marvel, where Carol Danvers is fighting with, her dude, Jan Rog.
Jude Law?
Jude Law's character, Jan Rog, whatever his name is.
Jan Rog.
Yeah, Jan Rog. That fight scene, there's a lot of times where it's like, pop, 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 and it's a camera cut every fucking time. And then you watch a Chinese-directed Jackie Chan movie. And it's like, you see contact, they slow-mo on actual hit contact, there's a reason those fights look better. They're wide shots, they're stationary, or they're tracking, they're not cuts.
I'm just, the thing that comes to mind for me, is insofar as like American superhero movies, is the new trailer for the Batman, Robert Pattinson Batman, where he just
Robert Pattinson
plows into this freaking guy, just no cuts, just bang, 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 and everybody goes, what?
That's when I was sold on that movie, Jace. I was watching that trailer like, all right, and then he beats the life out of somebody, and I was like, that's Batman.
Right.
The guy who just beats
early Batman, still finding his moral ground, still figuring out his vibe, and they finally gave him black eye paint.
Yes.
Finally,
it's the best.
Oh, it's
also
hot.
might I point out that when
he
they
had
asked
black
him
eye paint in the Nolan movies, just not when he took his mask. Like he would have black eye paint, and then if he took his mask off, it wasn't there anymore.
Yeah,
it's a
like,
really noticeable scene in the Michael Keaton Batman where
yes, I know exactly.
What's her nuts shows up, and you can it cuts away, and then it cuts to him taking his mask off, and you can see for a second what a mask looks like without eye black, and it's like, what? That wasn't there last time, and then the mask is gone. And you don't think about it.
Batman, you'll never catch me. I'm what's her nuts. But one tiny little thing about American action movies, and then we'll get back to these 2 episodes of Community, which I think have really good action in them. Where part of the problem, because we've mentioned actors, and I don't think it's all that like Zoe Saldana doesn't want to learn combat, because I think she does, but part of the issue is that the American production pipeline for these movies does not afford action scenes the amount of proper time that they need to pull off proper contact. Where if you listen to Jackie Chan talk about it, Jackie Chan will tell you, because he also basically directed all of his movies. Sometimes they had a month to film a fight scene. Because you needed
over and over and over and over again.
If you have a shot of Jackie Chan running down an alley, there's a car coming at him, and he jumps up the wall and lands on the car. There's no cuts. You're watching him do that, right? And so they had to do it until they got it right. And the Chinese film pipeline at the time allowed for that. That's why that shit is legendary, because they actually put in the effort to get those physical contact fights right, and make them look good and capture it in the camera, because even I don't think most American audiences are conscious of when they're watching Avengers 1 and Scarlett Johansson is flipping a chair on a dude and kicking into a guy. They're not conscious that they're not seeing contact, but you didn't notice, but your brain did, and your brain, you're like, something about this, even though it's cool and flashy.
Yeah, they do. It's still not the same. They do better than some other films do. They, as far as being able to pull off with an efficiency, the never showing contact but still making it flow well. Marvel's quite good at that,
and they get better as well. Winter Soldier's fight scenes are excellent. But they're also long shots in a lot of cases.
They're
watching
excellent for Marvel movies. I think it has all the same problems, but it has a few moments where those problems are less present. The most superhero movies also are weird, because Iron Man's not doing hand-to-hand combat. Iron Man is shooting a guy with a laser usually, so it's a little different, but I think Winter Soldier is probably the best. I mean, I hope that if they don't pull this off for fucking Shang-Chi, I'll be actually upset.
Shang-Chi's Chinese directed, Chinese acted. There's no reason for a Chinese directed, Chinese acted kung fu movie not to be fucking great.
I don't think you can effectively do a kung fu movie without giving the medium, because it's an entire genre of film in itself. Basically,
absolutely. So it's not just action; it's a specific version of action movies,
right? But to not give it the time due would just be such a weird choice. It wouldn't make any sense.
It is the difference between the Daredevil TV show and the Iron Fist TV show, right?
Oh my god!
That in Daredevil, they're doing long takes. He's actually hitting men in the face and kicking them into doors, and it looks much better. It's still a TV action show, but they did put the extra mile into a lot of the action sequences in at least the first season of Daredevil. And then if you watch Iron Fist, he never is in the same room as another person. It's just.
I mean, there's a scene in the first season of Iron Fist where they find found footage of the previous Iron Fist fighting in the Japanese woods in World War II, and that grainy film grain from a distance footage of a guy fighting in the woods is the best fight scene in that entire show about a guy who's a Shaolin master.
About a guy who fights dudes.
Bananas how bad it is.
Yeah.
I was like, Iron Fist, oh, he's Marvel's Batman, but, like, he has magic powers. And then I watched it, and I was like, oh. Ugh.
Yeah.
But, no, go ahead.
Community.
Yes, I was about to also segue back to Community.
Yeah, I just, the thing that's coming to mind now, I don't know why it's coming to mind now, is back in the anthropology room in part 2, when Magnitude gets hit. And then he says, "Pop," and Troy says, "Pop, what, Magnitude? Pop, what? What were you gonna say?"
That is as good a testament to Donald Glover as any other moment on this show.
Meanwhile, also, at the same time, simultaneously, right, he's looking like a goddamn snack in this tank top with his muscly arms.
Oh, honey.
Wow. Honey. He's on his knees, like, laughing into the orange rain at the end. Oh,
it's unbelievable.
I always knew it would end this way. Or I had a dream it would end this way.
I had a dream it would end like this.
As he's fucking railed with bullets. This is some good shit. So let's fully segue into it. Season 2, episode 24, For a Few Paintballs More, directed by Joe Russo, written by Hillary Winston, part 2 as Greendale.
Another great episode title.
Yeah, there are these excellent riffs on 2 very iconic westerns, and it's just like you nailed it with the titles, folks. You did a simple like replace bullets with paintballs. You nailed it.
Oh shit, it works that way.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
They didn't go for like the good, the bad, and the paintball, which is the third of that trilogy. But I guess they could have if they had stretched this to 3 parts. I like it as an exquisite 2-parter. I like the return of Kendra with a QU. Jeff Winger, of course, reminds us who this is by saying Kendra with a QU.
Kendra, who spells her name with a QU.
This part 2 has a lot of personal memories for me, sort of like ingrained onto it. Because when this was first airing, it aired 1 week and then the next week. They didn't air like back to back, which I think is a mistake. I think they should have aired it back to back. But whatever, I'm sure The Office was on. And but the young woman I was dating at the time, she lived in St. Louis. I lived in a small town like an hour outside of St. Louis. And every other week we would go visit each other, and we were both big Community fans. So I taped the Western Paintball episode 1 week so that we could watch both parts together the next week when she came to visit me. So like we both abstained from watching the Western part so that we could watch both parts together.
That's right.
That's awesome.
And then as a high school drama club member in a very Christian high school, so we didn't have any wild cast parties. After the show, you went to Denny's. Or my college improv troupe, after practice, after the show, we went to Denny's. So Denny's is for winners became a mantra. What Denny's are we going to? I don't know. We'll figure that out later. I'm blocked from one on the highway. Then I guess I'll see you in hell.
I guess I'll see you in hell.
I love this shit.
There's a lot of dynamite lines in that episode. My favorite is still Leonard. There's 3 that Leonard says that are incredible.
Leonard?
The first one
What are we, the little rascals?
You gotta hit them where it hurts. And he's like, their balls? And he's like, no, Leonard. He's like, just below their balls. And he moves on. But then Leonard's like, I think it's called a taint. The best.
Let's kick
also, him looking
taint.
at Britta and being like, Britta, I've been in a few real wars, and this is the most terrifying.
This is
every time
one of the great Leonard episodes. This is this and like I think the Pillow War is also an excellent Leonard episode.
Yeah, Leonard. Leonard's so good at this. But Britta also has this great. I think this is part 2. I just like I said, my little brain just can't handle anything anymore. When Pierce leaves, and she says, "Don't worry, he'll come back. I've seen it before."
In Cats.
My cat.
Observed this behavior before in Cats. My Cats.
My
Yeah, it's so good.
I love it so
good.
much.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, this I think, though I love the Western one as maybe more of a whole piece, this is unquestionably the funnier one. Like from the very beginning, when like the dean is like, "Oh, now I understand. Now your whole evil plan is clear as day. But if you need to explain it to your men, I understand."
It's very good. And you have no idea how mean I can be.
Okay. The sexual energy between Jim Rash and Jordan Black in that exchange is more than you will ever get between Jeff and Annie. The two deans are so
good.
Fucking
it's
hot
so
for
good,
each
dude.
And I think this is also a testament to Jordan Black that I think this is only this character's second appearance, but he's so iconic. You remember him instantly. Everything about his performance, he's one of the fucking UCB guys. Like he's been around the block. He's on 10 episodes of everything, and Dean Spreck is an instantly iconic character for only appearing on the show like max 5 times.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's great. Dean Spreck.
Yeah,
it's
so
great.
good.
Dean Spreck, great guy.
Good, love it. So good, great.
This is like the second mention of Troy's super plumbing skills. Like it's in it's in the end of season 1, and this is the second time they've ever brought it up. And he's like, "Remember my super plumbing skills that I have?" And they even bring back the janitor from that episode, the Jerry Minor janitor in the end tag. I don't know. This is when the show it fully submerges up its own ass. Just like we're doing paintball again.
They planted some seeds, and they were like, okay, we're gonna plant a seed at the end of season 1, then wait an entire season and plant another seed at the end of season 2, and then we'll let it pay off. Yeah.
Absolutely. And Shirley has so many fucking excellent moments in this episode. I'd hate to get home to my baby. I'm missing so CSI.
Damn it, Shirley, forget about your newborn baby and pay attention to people who need you.
And then she gets to be the fucking radical operator of that stupid golf cart as they charge on the machine gun, and she does like an e-brake turn.
What's up with her getup? Like, why is she dressed as like a Western priestess?
Yeah, she's the Western priest. She is an archetype of. I mean, it's perfect for this character, obviously. But she is,
she's a machine gun priestess.
All of very good. All of these Western movies have the town preacher, the town pastor, and they have applied that to her, and it's perfect. It's so.
Think of all of the characters in Firefly. Every single one is a trope, and every single one is here.
Yeah, she is Shepherd Book from Firefly.
I'm going to perhaps, Kev, be a member of the conversation that we had on Twitter recently, even more so, and realize I also didn't finish Firefly.
Which is something, because there's only 14 episodes in a movie.
Yeah, I started it and then got distracted and just never came back. And I'm gonna make a point of doing that. But I remember when Faisal on Twitter recently, we had a conversation about people getting their nerd cards revoked for not experiencing or consuming a certain piece of nerd content.
That was friend of the show, Ben Mooney. And he was.
I brought up Ghostbusters, but Firefly might be.
Do it. It's good.
Apt point. But his point was that
no, I want to say that the context of this conversation was that we think the nerd card revoke thing is stupid. Like, there's no being a nerd is about like being passionate about things. It's not being passionate about a certain predetermined list of things. You don't need to watch Star Trek to be a dork. You're a dork no matter whether or not you watch fucking Star Trek. I am not a big Star Wars person. I'm open about that, and that gets taken away from me. My nerd card gets revoked. Whatever. They made their ratio of good movies to bad movies is horrible.
Especially now, Jesus.
Like Star Wars and Terminator and Alien, they have a really bad batting average. They are a really bad batting average.
I remember I want since we talked about Firefly, I do want to tell my tragic Firefly story.
Please.
I was watching Firefly on Netflix, as that's where it was when I watched it, and let me move my microphone real quick. And legit, for some reason, Netflix messed with the similar to Fox messed with the order in which the episodes aired for me. I don't know why they did this, but I'm watching it and I remember knowing, right, going into this and knowing from hearing the people say the things about Firefly being like, just so you know, like when the last episode comes, you're gonna be like, what? That's it? No, no. And I remember going in and I'm watching it, and then I get to the second to last episode, and I go, okay. I finish the second to last episode, and I go, okay, I can brace myself. I can be prepared to view this as the last episode, right? Mm-hmm. And then I went and clicked the last episode and realized somehow my Netflix played the last episode for me before the second to last episode. So I had already seen it. So essentially,
that's very strange.
I didn't get to experience it was I ended up having that same experience. I finished the second to last episode and I was like, okay, there's one last episode, and then I was like, just kidding. There are no more episodes. And I was like, is this how everyone felt? Is this oh
I mean,
yeah, that's painful.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk all day about how like Fox truly mangled the presentation of Firefly. They didn't air 3 of the episodes. They aired them completely out of order. It's one of those. That's wild. I mean, there are so many things about Firefly that make it difficult to start watching in the year of our Lord 2020. I do think it is still really like a fun, good space show. I think it's really good. Nice. The characters are really good. The story,
the acting good.
The acting
Nathan
is
Fillion.
Exceptional. Fillion, Gina Torres, Alan Tudyk, Adam Baldwin.
It's a great cast. And, like, also, to tie it back into this 2-parter, it's a freaking space western. We take the western and the space war thing, and you make a baby, and it's Firefly is what happens when Season 2, Episode 23, and Season 2, Episode 24 of Community have a baby.
I mean, you're right. I mean, you nailed it. Nail on the fucking head.
Thank you.
A little less paintball, I guess, but that's basically the right idea.
I would argue the only better space cowboy content that exists, and perhaps this is because of the jazz is Cowboy Bebop.
It's so good.
I was gonna say that, and you fucking spoiled my party.
I'm sorry. You said Space Cowboy, and I immediately in my brain is just that.
See you later, Space Cowboy.
Yeah, exactly. That bumper at the end of every episode.
So good.
That is on my anime to watch list as I attempt to like anime.
I haven't finished that one, but do it. It's a great one, Kevin.
I'm not a person with an anime backlog that I have to either catch up on or have watched to give to people. But I have watched the Shinichiro Watanabe animes, and that's Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo. They're incredible.
Yeah, I've heard they're excellent. Cowboy Bebop is the one that I think most people get recommended when they don't like anime.
As like a starter.
It's like anime for people that don't like anime. My first besides like what I watched when I was a kid, like fucking Pokemon or whatever. My first was Kaguya-sama Love is War, which was excellent. So far there's just 2 seasons, and then now I'm doing a little Lupin, a little Neon Genesis Evangelion, a little Death Note.
Do Death Note. The first half of Death Note is chef's kiss.
I'm doing them all slowly. I'm not like I'm not a binger anyway, so I'm just like taking them. I'm like, I would like to watch another episode of this now.
Another good one. I know you've probably heard it a million times. Attack on Titan. So worth it.
Yeah, I hear a lot of stuff about that one, and I'm trying to sample a different, an amuse-bouche, a charcuterie of anime.
Charcuterie board. Another fun one that I've actually been watching with my partner is My Hero Academia.
Yes, that was when I was working at the comic book shop. Fun. It was like the unbelievably popular thing. Like we couldn't keep it in stock. Everybody wanted. It was like My Hero was the only thing on the same level as Rick and Morty or Black Panther. Or Wonder Woman as well. Like those were the big ones that like constantly people were asking about. And I know I just need to like commit to the bit and just run it at some point. But I just haven't.
It's good.
It's cute.
It is. It's got a weird stigma around it, but it's really good. I started watching Naruto recently, and I stopped after a few episodes, but because I got busy. But like, so good. Like, they're just good. If you tell me you can sit down and watch a Miyazaki film, it's going to be a very different vibe as far as energy or, type of story or storytelling in general. But if you are into that kind of visual storytelling, fantastical worlds, kind of absurdist, surrealist, altogether, see, hiccups, altogether just rampant wildness, anime will be fun for you. And if you like superheroes, basically every anime, even when they're not about superheroes, is about superheroes.
Right, absolutely. They all have their own special
My Hero
power.
Academia,
Yeah,
Well, that one's explicitly, sure.
but the structure of like shonen anime is like each person has their own power. It's all these different power people coming together. They have superpower. Things they have to
You
fight.
like X-Men? Watch anime.
I do like X-Men. I do. They're the only superhero comics I'm still reading. Not because I'm just a little like burnt out, but the X-Men shit right now is so fucking tasty. It's so fucking good.
The current X-Men stuff?
The current shit, the whole line is fucking incredible. I'm just so jazzed on X-Men right now. And I've read some like shit ass X-Men. Like I'll read any X-Men. But this line right now is just unbelievably good. It's exquisite shit.
I've been stupidly, almost like bold-headedly, been trying to like straight up just catch up with X-Men. Like not even like do highlights, like literally do all of it.
Like the entire
impossible
60-year history of X-Men.
Yeah, well, I decided not to go all the way back. I started with it's the series that was right before Uncanny X-Men. Or maybe it is Uncanny. What's the Joss Whedon series?
Oh,
Astonishing.
The one that was
Astonishing. The one Uncanny X-Men just before that. I started doing that.
That was.
It's a little rough.
It's rough. It is rough. The companion series that was running at the same time, New X-Men, by Morrison and Quitely, is the one that people like from that era. I think Astonishing X-Men by Joss Whedon and John Cassaday is as perfect an X-Men jumping on point as you can get. It's one of my favorite runs of all time. It turned like Emma Frost and Beast into two of my favorite, like my two favorite X-Men. It's an incredible run.
Right.
Everyone go read it. It's 25 issues. Also, John Cassaday drew every cover and every panel, and it is my shit. John Cassaday takes so long to draw comic books.
That series, that Whedon series, has impeccable artwork. Like truly incredible stuff. Just really exciting. Just full of life and emotion.
The fight scenes have like a sense of geography to them. You know exactly where they are in space. The character expressions are so good.
There's so many times where you watch a fight scene and maybe it's got this great movement to it. It's drawn with this dynamic element to it, and you can direction and moment and movement, but like there's this part of it where it's like, okay, but where are they? What's going on? And never a question in this series. It's just placed.
It's fighting that's not just poses. And everything is set up and paid off so exquisitely throughout that brief little run. John Cassaday takes about twice as long as Marvel would like him to draw his comic books, but it is worth every spent second. He takes forever, and you just let him. You just fucking let him do it.
Take your time. Shit.
Yeah.
We know people are going to buy it. You got Whedon on the cover as well. Like,
exactly.
No.
Like that, fuck it. Like absolutely, it's one of the best runs of all time. But yeah, the current shit, starting with House of X, Powers of X, and transitioning into the whole line is chef's kiss. Is beautiful.
Wait, what does that transition into?
Oh, we'll talk off mic. I can't. I can't
do this. I can't do this.
If we start, we'll never get back to Community. We'll never rank these episodes. This episode will be 9 hours.
This podcast is about Community.
Yeah, right. Well,
allegedly. I mean, this is the style. People have come to expect this at this point.
Hey, look, at least this episode we're not talking about Abed's Taint.
I'm sorry.
Well, now we are.
I'm so glad.
I forgot. Thanks, bud.
Well, now we are.
Yeah, I'm so glad I said that right as Kevin was taking a sip of water. I was hoping
not
for a spit
water.
take. I almost got it. Wowie.
Sorry, that's my
great
favorite.
episode.
Yeah, great pair of fucking episodes. Are we there?
Yeah.
Are we ready to?
I think we're there.
You can be there. Yeah.
I think we've closed up the season enough. It's nice double bookend for this glorious expansive season. This season kicks ass.
This season of fucking seasons. So many of our community podcasting like contemporaries are about to get to this season, and I'm just so excited for them to just get to, because it is hit after hit after hit with almost 100% efficacy across this whole season.
Yo, just bullseyes across the board, like straight up. If this, we should. Okay, hold on. Hear me out.
Yeah.
If we were to assign an Avenger to each season of Community,
should we rank first and then do this thought experiment? Because I think this thought experiment will take a little while.
Let's rank first.
Okay, so start with the end tags. Are we going to rank the trailer at the end of Fistful? I mean, we can.
No,
it would be the bottom for me. Like, it would be just the new bottom. Yeah, it's a well-cut trailer, I suppose, but it's like not. It's not a joke.
Trailer.
Trailer. Okay, so we'll
just
rank.
Don't even number it. Honestly, just put last and then period and then trailer, so we know that no matter what comes next, nothing will be below it.
I will. I think I'll just leave it. But okay, so Abed and the Janitor. This one's cute. I like this one. I think it's funny. Jerry Minor is a pro. I love it.
I think it's a good one. I think we can actually go fairly low though.
I think so.
But it's a good one.
But if we're looking at like Gone Before Breakfast, like I'll probably put it above that. Gone Before Breakfast, current number 31 on the list.
Matching outfits, that makes lots sense. Of shirts.
I was gonna say spaceships. Spaceships.
I was gonna say it's somewhere between spaceships and Gone Before Breakfast. I would agree.
Okay. I don't like it as much as spaceships. I probably like it above lots of shirts. So 29.
Sure.
Okay.
Right.
Abed
Good talk,
and
guys.
the Yanni tour. Okay.
They're not all gonna be hard.
No, that was pretty easy. That was pretty smooth.
Whew. All right. So
speaking of not all gonna be hard.
Here's the thing. Question before we get into this. Must they go back to back? First of all, is part 1 better than part 2, or is part 2 better than part 1? Because part 2 is funnier than part 1, but part 1 might be better than part 2.
These are the questions we will have to answer. I say we take it one at a time. We
so
let's start with part 1 and
Sans context. Sans its partner. Fistful of Paintballs, the Western themed paintball episode. So Modern Warfare is our current number 5, the original paintball episode, and I think this one is better.
Really?
As a piece, the style, the costuming, the fucking dramatic payoff, because I like Jeff and Britta sleeping on the study room table, like, don't get me wrong, but the unbelievable build this episode does to the revelation that the card game they were playing was voting Pierce out, Annie as Pierce's last defender. Okay, great. Okay, having to
card game, and I went, oh yes. So wait, which one's Paradigms of Human Memory?
Fake flashbacks.
Oh.
A couple episodes ago with all of the like
sing-a-ling,
combined things in every.
Wait, that was one. Okay, I don't think I was here for that episode.
No, you were not.
I missed that one. That was last episode.
Okay, so then I would go ahead and put this one as the new number 5.
I would
unless you want to put it above Paradigms.
I would say 4. Move Paradigms.
Do it.
Move Paradigms. But not as good as intermediate documentary filmmaking.
No, I was gonna say I would replace IDF.
So you're going new number 3.
New number 3.
Wow,
Fistful of Paintballs.
Big guy over here.
I money moves, eh?
Definitely see. I can agree to anything in this area. It's not as good as Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. It is.
No, it's not. So it's either 3 or 4. I'm gonna let you do.
5 votes 3.
All right, so you say 3. You say 4. I'm very partial to a documentary, so I will say the new number 4. Oh no, I did it bad. I hit the wrong button.
Oh no.
God told me different. S2E23.
All right, and so then we got part 2, which is funnier, but not necessarily as good of an episode. I think like
because I like the energy of this episode. It's thrilling, it's funny, but like Good episode, but like, do I like it as much as conspiracy theories? I don't think so.
Wow. Yeah, I think we might have to split this up a bit. I think this is another one I always ask about. Cooperative calligraphy. Which one's that?
Annie's
the pen episode?
Yeah, it's the pen. Like, I don't think this one is as good as the pen.
Is it as good as Abed's Uncontrollable Christmas?
God damn.
I do think it's as good as that.
I think
do?
now we're talking, but I like zombies more than this. I think, like epidemiology.
See, that's what we were talking about on the other podcast. Is like after time passes, you're like, oh, but that one.
How's that one done there? Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Okay, I will say I think this is better than Chicken Fingers.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on a limb here and it's either 10 or 11 for me.
10 or 11. So either bumping.
I'm sorry, either 11 or 12.
Okay, so we're either bumping out on your list Abed's Uncontrollable Christmas or Epidemiology.
Either 10 or 11.
Somewhere in that zone.
12. Final answer. I can't.
Somewhere
I
10,
can't.
11.
Don't make me do this, he yells. Don't make me do this, they say. Don't make me. None of us want to do this.
I kind of do. I get a
Kev's
perverse
like, don't make me
joy
move
out
it.
of
Jason's
this.
like, don't make me make this choice. No one would be like,
Caleb, help us.
I get a perverse joy out of this. I like it. I like the pain. Okay, so Daddy Host, so Jace is looking at about number 11. Daddy Host, where are you looking?
I think this is as funny as conspiracy theories to me.
Okay.
Maybe not as funny, but I would put it above cooperative calligraphy. I watched this episode on purpose more than I watched Annie's pen episode on purpose.
But just part 2, or
Yeah, just part 2.
oh,
It is very thrilling.
If you had
It's
to
a
give me
good
the
time.
choice between 2 episodes, I would pick this one over that one more times than not.
all right.
Cooperative
That's fair.
calligraphy is a very stressful episode that is very good
That's true.
for the show, but not very indicative of the show. And I think that this episode, as a litmus test for what Community is a better amalgamation of all of its traits and tools put in one place.
Sure.
I can get behind keeping both parts of the season 2 finale in the top 10 list and bumping out cooperative calligraphy. I'm okay with that. Kevin?
I can put this at the new number 11, about where you were gonna put it, Jace, like above Claymation Christmas, which I love.
Yeah,
But
so good.
Cooperative calligraphy is so tight.
It's exceptional.
It's an
True.
exquisite,
That's very
knot
good.
of an episode.
They're just all these episodes are all so different. It's like, how do you compare them?
right.
Oh my god.
This is even though it's like the same show and the same cast. They're
They're
so
not. This is
wildly
clearly a different genre of television.
Right.
Television.
Television. So I mean, I could be argued down of putting this at number 10. I would say it's number 11, just not quite as good as cooperative calligraphy.
So is it 10.5? Is that what you're saying?
We're inventing. Oh, we can't open up that.
So it's what it's going to be is cooperative for a few paintballs, more calligraphy.
Yeah, they have merged into one super episode, like the amalgam crossover of Marvel and DC Comic,
Whoa.
where
That's
Batman and
happened.
Wolverine became Dark Claw.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You heard
I thought
of
that was a good idea.
someone.
Someone did.
Thanks, Jason.
It wasn't me, but someone did.
That was the most cop-out fucking answer I've ever heard. And it was perfect. Somebody. It's
Kevin,
perfect.
it's up to you. You're going to pick 11 or you're going to pick 10?
So it is up to me.
Yeah.
I'm going to
think-
say 11, just out of the top 10. Still excellent. Still so
Yeah, it's a good
wonderfully
replacement.
done.
Fake news.
Sorry.
How many
sorry.
episodes do we have? We got like 47, 46?
Let's see. This was our 49th episode.
How'd they do that in 2 seasons? Only 49 episodes.
That's what TV used to be like for every show all the time.
So did
Ain't
like
that
one
wild?
season do 25 and one season do 24?
Yeah, because shows used to, every show, with very few exceptions, used to be like, we come back in September, we run until May with a few weeks off in there. And that was the expected structure of a season of television. That's why the Emmy voting is September to September as opposed to the Oscars, which is just within this calendar year. Because that's the way that every TV show used to do. So not only did Cheers do 11 seasons, they did 11 seasons with 20 plus episodes each. You know?
Yeah.
Which is
right. I just didn't realize that it was like a
unfathomable.
different number for each season because I'm so used to them. I guess no, there are certain shows that are like this season we're doing this many and this season we're doing this many, and we'll deal with it.
Game of Thrones. I mean, even like within Netflix, it's like, okay, this one's a 13 episode show, but this one's an 8 episode show.
Right. Yeah.
So you get seasons 4, 5, and 6 of Community. It's a fucking pot shot.
Yeah. So like, season 1 is 25, season 2 is 24, season 3 is 22, and then the other 3 are all 13.
They just keep dipping.
As the show's budget got lower and lower, and NBC wanted less and less to do with it, they just started cutting and cutting and cutting. And you know, we will get to season 4, and I think that will be a very interesting, like, 7 episodes of this pod. Ooh. But I think it works really well in like season 5 and 6's favor to only have to fill 13 episodes. Every episode can be some wild, off-the-wall idea that they play with, especially 6. We will eventually get to Community Season 6, and I will gush about it as no one has gushed about it before.
Yeah.
All right. So that has been our rankings. As we wrap up season 2, do we want to assign an Avenger to every season of Community?
Oh my god! Well, this started as a joke. I was just basically
assign an Avenger to every season.
Yeah, are we limiting it to the movies, or are we bringing in like Black Knight?
No, the characters. I'm talking like the original core Avengers.
Oh, like of the 6?
Yeah, there's 6 seasons, 6 Avengers.
So the 6 Avengers, just so we're all on the same page: Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk, Thor, Ant-Man, Wasp. Just so we're all on the same...
No. Black Widow and Hawkeye.
They were not original Avengers. Oh, you're talking about the movie. Oh, you're talking about the movie. Well, that's why I asked, and you didn't answer. That's why I asked, and you didn't answer.
History.
Yeah, I'm going by Avengers #1 by fucking Stan Lee.
No, we're in the same cinematic universe as the Russo brothers. We're sticking to the first Avengers movie.
It makes sense.
The reason why I say this, though, so passionately is because for me, when I was talking about how season 2 is just all bullseyes, it's obviously Hawkeye. But if we're going to make the comparison to which is the best Avenger, though, who is season 2?
All right.
Season 1's Iron Man, season 2 is Captain America, season 3 is Black Panther, season 4 is Black Widow, season 5 is Hulk, and season 6 is Thor. Because the reason I say season 6 is Thor is because Thor is, by the end of the MCU, the result of one of the most in-depth and unexpected character arcs that you could expect for a fucking guy who started the show by slamming coffee cups on the ground and screaming "another" to a guy who's
Hemsworth has always been good. He's been always doing good work, even when his movies left something to be desired.
That's why he's perfect for season 6.
He is the actor in this franchise that is the most interested in taking his character to new and interesting places.
Yeah,
he is constantly redefining his character.
Better.
Also, as they figured out that, like,
this is chaos. I can't even.
I think truly, like, Taika Waititi saw Ghostbusters 2016 with Chris Hemsworth and was like, "Oh, why don't we just do that? He's really good at this. Why don't we just do that? Why don't we just do his performance but add a hammer?"
Real. That's totally what they did. That's totally what Taika did. That's totally what he did.
Yeah, I think it was the best move they could have possibly made, to realize that Chris Hemsworth is really fucking funny.
Yeah.
And I think that's good. Okay, I'm going to try and rattle this off really quick with little to no thought in it. Okay, ready, go. Season 1 is Captain America. It's the squeaky clean, trying to be normal season. Season 2 is Thor because of its experimentality. Season 3 is Iron Man because it is wildly experimental and a little alcoholic. Season 4 is Hawkeye. It's season 5. Hawkeye, one of my favorite comic book characters, one of my favorite on-screen Avengers. He's Community Season 4. which is part of why I like him. That is okay. So the reason I like Hawkeye is for a lot of the same reasons that people like Batman, is that he's like a normal dude who gets the shit beat out of him, but Hawkeye doesn't always win. Hawkeye isn't always smarter than the guy he's fighting. I like him because he's kind of a dumb idiot who puts himself in bad situations, and he just has a fucking bow and arrow. Read the Matt Fraction, David Aja run of Hawkeye.
I was just going to say, yeah.
Okay.
Just the opening of that run with him falling out the window and being like, yo, I'm on a team with a god, a super soldier, a billionaire in a metal suit, and a gamma radiation fucking giant. And I have none of those things. So when I tell you this job fucking hurts, it fucking hurts. Since he's like falling out of a building.
Yeah.
As soon as I read that, I was like, yo, this is gonna fucking slap.
The greatest first page of a new comics run I've ever seen. And in this episode, we've recommended my 2 favorite runs of superhero comics, which is
That's true, we have.
Astonishing X-Men and Fraction Hawkeye. Season 5 is Black Widow. There's good stuff. It doesn't have its own identity. And yet I am interested to see where it goes. Again, interesting stuff, doesn't have its own identity. And so by process of elimination, who have I not said? Season 6 is the...
Black Widow?
No, I already said Hulk. Black Widow. Hulk. Yeah, I stand by that.
Of the actual idea. Yeah.
Yeah, I stand by that.
Let's see if I can do one. So for me, I'm gonna agree. Season 1 is absolutely Captain America. It's here we are, we're trying our best. It's squeaky clean. I'm gonna say season 2 is Iron Man because it is just pure essence. Like this is what we are. Deal with it. Yeah. Season 3, I'm gonna say season 3 is Black Widow because it's like we're here. We've been a part of this. We're just kind of, we're in the groove of things, right? It just keeps the momentum moving. Season 4, I'm going to say very specifically, not Hulk as a character, but the original Hulk movie. Because it's just like, it's technically in the same universe, but we don't talk about it. Season 5... The what?
The gas leak movie is Edward Norton's Incredible Hulk. Right, exactly.
It was extremely very good.
Thank you. Season 5 is Season 5 and season 6 are Hawkeye and Hulk. Which one? No, is Hawkeye and Thor.
Hawkeye and Thor.
I'm going to say that season 6 is season 5 is Hawkeye. Season 6 is Thor. Only reason I'm saying that is because in season 6, is that the one with the baby bird that they saved?
Yeah, baby bird.
There's something about
the baby bird. You just did a baby bird murder monologue.
Yeah, I don't know why, but that just speaks Thor to me, and I refuse to explain it. Those are my answers.
Nah, checks out.
Jason's like, we should do this. Also, I won't explain myself.
I can be the IT lady.
At this point, I'm like, I know this to be true. If you ask me to explain it, I can't.
No, that makes a lot of sense, though.
No,
like, I get it.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay. So, any plugs we want to dash out here? I will say, stay tuned to the second half of this episode where I talk to our Paintball correspondent, our first returning guest, Princess Bilbo, the community cosplayer, and we talk about a lot of anime actually, and community as well. So stay tuned for that. And I also have some community pod appearances coming up that I'm sure I will tell everyone about them when they happen.
All right, wow, we did it. Are we doing plugs real quick? I don't have any plugs. Follow me at Jason Ziv anywhere. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. No plugs. Level Up, LUBWUB, wherever it's important. Nerdy Bits if you like video game shit.
Hell yeah. I will say, if you're in America, vote for Biden. I'm not super happy about it either, but please do. Please do it.
Please
do it. I'm not like thrilled. It's not my guy, but like, please do. We will be back next week with the season 3 premiere. We are moving right along, as the Muppets once sang, and only the season 3 premiere, just Biology 101. But until then, bye-bye.
I got a little country. Dum gum 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 gum.
Give me some more time in a dream. Give me some more. In all honesty, somebody said it could be here. We could be wrong.
Oh my fucking god, banjo community theme is just it's a fucking mood, isn't it? I was like, oh, you're just doing a different song. Cool. Oh fuck, no wait, there it is.
That's a mood.
I see you when you smile, and I wanna sing a song, but then I write the words and they always come out wrong. They come out wrong. I feel it in my fingers, I feel it in my toes, but then the words get frozen in my mouth like Eskimos. I like your nose.
Right, I might have made some sort of terrible devil's bargain here by daring to mention Goofy's neighbor, Pete. Again, his predominant role, the thing he is mostly known for. Goofy's neighbor. Goofy's neighbor, Pete. He has
so much.
His son, PJ.
and PJ has done nothing but be Max's friend.
In the Goofy movie, and it's been a while, I assume, the extremely Goofy movie.
Yeah, he was in extremely Goofy movie.
Where they go to college.
They go to college and they skateboard.
Yes, because it was the year of our Lord 2000. So if you were making a movie about teens, they had to skate. Someone was skateboarding.
Somebody.
So don't they compete in the X Games? Like, yeah, the straight up X, not like the extreme sports-a-thon. Like, aren't they just in the X Games?
I think it's been a while.
Because Disney had owned ESPN, and ESPN had bought the rights to stream the X Games, something like that. I said stream like it wasn't 2000. like it didn't take 6 minutes to download a JPEG of Pete, Goofy's neighbor.
They did because my parents worked for Angels Baseball. Angels were owned by the Disney company, so
the Anaheim Angels were owned by Disney, or no, it's the Los Angeles Angels, because it's
sure.
If you translated the Spanish Los Angeles, it would be the Angels.
Yeah.
It would be the Los Angeles Angels. The Angels.
The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. They went by that for some time.
The Angels. I guess when they moved out of Los Angeles and into Anaheim, where the Mighty Ducks live.
Yes, which is funny because they've always been in Anaheim.
Yeah, the Ducks have always lived there. And for so many of us, it's so weird that the Walt Disney Corporation just sort of, maybe they owned them too, because they just selected this one random NHL team and used that name across an animated cartoon series about space ducks that play hockey and the Mighty Ducks film franchise. That was a good show.
Those were all amazing. I loved the Mighty Ducks growing up. The movie, and then I love the cartoon.
Yeah. The movies, 3 classics. A trilogy of classics. D2, The Mighty Ducks, Unassailable. That movie taught me a lot. I haven't seen any of those in, let's say, about 20 years. But there are still pieces of them that stick with me forever. There's this moment in, I think it's D2, where they're, of course, playing hockey against Iceland, right? Eastland. Because the Mighty Ducks have gotten too commercialized, and Emilio Estevez brings in a cardboard cutout of himself and says, this is an advertisement. And then he lights a fire in a trash can, and he's like, this is a trash can fire. This is an advertisement in a trash can fire. And gives this speech about America. Like, we're still a young country. We're the scrappy teenager to everyone else is hundreds of years old. Or thousands of years old. We're only like 150, baby. We're still little teens compared to Iceland.
I now need to give these a rewatch. They're probably on Disney Plus.
I remember the last time I looked, the way that Disney Plus does that thing where you can look up any Disney title and you'll click on it. It's like, all right, I got my popcorn, got my sody pop, time to watch D2, and then it'll say D2 coming in summer 2021. And I'm like, what the You don't own your own movie. I gotta wait to watch D2 The Mighty Ducks.
I didn't even know that.
They'll do that sometimes.
My mom and I one day just like nonstop watched Disney Plus, and we just like kept on pressing on whatever the next movie was. But we started off with like Sister Act because
Sure.
we really enjoy good movies.
Yeah, good movies. Sister Acts 1 and 2.
Yeah, both are excellent. But like we just like traveled down like the whole, and like we just kept on like, what's next? And like
What does
sometimes I'd be
Disney
like,
Plus
okay,
think I will enjoy?
Yes. We did so much too. We did like Sister Act 2. We did Atlantis. We did Treasure Planet. And then I sung along to everything. And my mom's like, how do you remember all of this? And I'm just like, I don't know.
I have that a lot, as you've noticed with the Mighty Ducks, where it's like, how many important things do I not remember so that my brain can allocate space for a line from the cartoon Mighty Ducks pilot where the big guy says, pain is an illusion that really hurts. Like, what? Whose birthday have I forgotten so that I can remember that line from Mighty Ducks?
I don't know. That seems very important. That specific line.
I gotta hold on to that one.
You really do.
I gotta keep that one in the recesses. I mean, going from Atlantis: The Lost Empire to Treasure Planet, that makes a lot of sense. If you're like super into one of those, that you would be really into the other.
Yeah, those are also like the classics. Like if you ever talk to anyone, those are like the underrated Disney movies.
You know, they weren't big smashes like Mulan. In fact, they both, I think, lost a pretty sizable amount of money, even though they did make a sequel to Atlantis, like a direct-to VHS Atlantis sequel. Never saw it.
Neither did I. Oh, no.
But, sorry, Atlantis 2, Return of Jafar, or whatever. But Simba's Pride. But Treasure Planet is the one. I think it's like a pretty okay movie. Like, I liked it as a kid. As an adult, I'm like, this is a great movie for 8-year-olds. The thing that people remember about it is that it almost killed Walt Disney Animated Pictures. Like, it lost so much money.
I mean, there's a lot of movies that almost killed. Like, Snow White almost killed.
Disney's folly. Disney. Right, but then it came out and made a lot of money, right? Yeah. It was just like, everyone was like, you're an idiot for trying to do this. You're going to lose all your money. He didn't, but he could have.
He did not.
He got that. The merchandising alone on old Snow White, on the old Seven Dwarves, you'll dine out on that for the rest of your life.
100%.
That's an iconic evil witch look with the poison apple. That's immortal. That's there forever.
I also love Snow White, so it's fine.
A wishing apple?
Oh, that's creepy. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Well, that's how she says it.
I know, but like,
sorry,
coming from you, it was like unexpected.
Sure. I'm not here to get spicy about Snow White. I love the dwarves, and I don't care for the rotoscope animation on the human faces. Like, Snow White and the Prince are a little unsettling to me in the way that they are done. In the same, like, the Blue Fairy in Pinocchio is the same way, where I'm like, there's something about this that my brain tells me is not good. my brain is sending me warning signs, and I'm not sure why. But I love the fucking animation on all the dwarves, or Jiminy Cricket or what have you.
Yeah, I can talk about you're like diving into like something I know a lot about, just because I used to do introductory tours at work for new hires. So I gathered a lot of information because I also like saying puns and I also like telling jokes because I'm hilarious. I know like people don't agree with me.
No one else says I'm hilarious, but I think I'm hilarious.
I know I am. I know I'm very funny. And my dad just walked by and he's nodding. He thinks I'm funny. Looking. He said looking the same time I did. I don't know if you heard that, but he said looking.
I caught it. That is the ultimate dad joke. That is the number one dad joke.
But I caught it. I knew what he was going to say. But my favorite joke that I told back when Bugs Land was open, we would point out Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. And I'd be like, yeah, the Imagineers really put in a lot of thought, and it really looks like we're in the front yard of Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. Or one might say, we're in the gardens of the galaxy. And that's exactly how I would say it. And then nobody would laugh. And then I just end up crying for the rest of the day.
Because no one liked your good joke.
It was so funny.
And no one else thought so. This is, of course, Advanced Community Studies, the interview portion. Returning with us this week, our paintball correspondent, the Princess Bilbo herself. Elyse, welcome back to the program.
Thank you for having me, and I'm happy to be the paintball correspondent.
It's pretty cool. You are also our first returning guest, so welcome back for that.
Nobody can see, but I'm doing a dance. I hope they know that.
I saw the dance, and that is just a personal thing that you and I will continue to share. Was that dance? So welcome back. Boy, the last time we would have talked about Community would have been like May. I should have done any amount of looking back and trying to gauge it. But in the last, intervening 3 or 4 months, I don't want to say has anything changed in your relationship to Community, but have you been watching a lot of Community?
I have been. Every once in a while, I'll just put it on, and my parents are just like, Community again? I'm just like, yes. But even now I also have a lot of anime to watch because I'm watching One Piece.
That's a lot of anime to watch.
It is. Doing it.
The second quarantine really hit. So let's say mid-late March. My anime friends, my big dork nerd friends were like, Kevin, you now have no choice. You simply must now watch One Piece. And I was like, okay, there's like 1,000 episodes of One Piece, and I'm like barely exaggerating.
It is very close. It's very close to 1,000. I think it's like 950 or something right now, maybe more. I don't know.
Ha-cha-cha. Yeah, I think I was on Crunchyroll the other day, and it said, like, One Piece, episode 967. I was like, my good God. But they were like, okay, so here's how you watch One Piece. You gotta watch these 3 episodes, and then you take a couple episodes off, and then you watch 4, and I'm like, I will never be able to follow your rigid plan. Like, we're doing a One Piece heist. Either I watch it all, or I don't watch any of it. I'm not playing your games.
I didn't. My friends never gave me that. They're just like, just watch it. And I was like, okay.
I don't know if you need better friends or worse friends. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I'm gonna say better because I really like my friends. So
oh, okay, cool.
I'm putting them up on a higher pedestal.
I could only see myself making that jump if I became unemployed and single at exactly the same time. Then it's like, all right, God himself has told me it is time to watch One Piece. This is the only way.
I hope it doesn't come to that, but I'm gonna say, you, for anime friends, you don't need to watch One Piece. You're fine.
You don't need to watch anything, Like,
yeah.
Everyone can just kind of, like, watch what they want to watch and enjoy it, and you're not an anime fan if you haven't seen this one show or read this one manga.
Yeah, no, you're not. It's all. All I care is like if you give it a chance. If it's something that's like super important, like Community. If you give it a chance, you know how much I love Community. If you give it a chance, even if it's not for you, even if you don't enjoy it, like I'm gonna be cool. I'm like, you tried it. Like, wow, thank you so much.
You tried it. You gave. I don't know if we talked about this. I know our anime conversation was pre-mic last time, so maybe we'll keep circling back around this. Do you have, when you're recommending Community to someone, do you have a go-to, start with this episode, or do you tell them to start from the beginning?
I usually just tell them to start from the beginning because I'm a completionist, and I always have, like, for me, I always have to start from the beginning and go directly to the end. Mm-hmm. I can't, like, even when people recommend me stuff and they're like, oh, start with this and then go over to this one and do, like, read it in this order or watch it in this order. I cannot. And I have to, I'm like, no, I'm 100% going to start from episode 1.
I think if I were like, okay, someone who's never seen Community, if I'm showing them Community, for instance, I would probably start with comparative religion or physical education. You know, just like, here's the show working on all cylinders. Here's a simple, like, season 1 standard kind of sitcom plot that we can then go back and start over. But if I was like, if someone was like, what's this show you like? I'm like, here's a sample of, like, the best it has to offer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, there are definitely episodes where I'll say, like, oh, you're starting Community well. Like, these are... like season 1, like these ones are my favorite ones from season 1. Mm-hmm. With any show, like even if I'm starting a new show, like a new show drops today and I watch the pilot and I'm like not really into it, I will still give like the first 3 episodes a try before bouncing.
Yeah.
Like, so like even with Community, I'm just like, try watching the first 3 or 4 episodes before giving up. And like, that's with like any show.
Yeah, I think the beginning of season 1 of Community is really strong for a sitcom. There are few sitcoms I can think of that hit the ground so strong, like maybe like Arrested Development. But besides that, there aren't a lot of sitcoms I can think of that, like, you know, within, you know, the pilot is okay, not great, but like John Oliver's really funny in it. Like if someone can't get through that, and then like the second episode... again, not, like, excellent, but you have the Chang monologue, you have, like, the crazy Spanish presentation, and then by the time you get to the 3rd episode, it's Carpe Diem Seize the Day, you know? Like, already we're starting to spit out classics.
Because I enjoyed the first episode, the pilot. I actually really enjoyed it when I first watched it. Mm-hmm. And then the second episode, I liked it, and then the 3rd episode, I was just like, these characters are hilarious.
We're in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you there. As they pretty quickly get everyone's thing down, even if season 1 of Community feels like, if you know what comes after, you're like, okay, this feels like a trial run. But when it was airing, I was like, this is my favorite show. You know, season 1 of Community was my favorite show on at the time that season 1 of Community was airing.
My parents had to put up with me watching it. Like, we had to sit there and watch the show because I was enjoying it so much.
I'm like you. I can't, if I'm starting a new show or a new, like, read, I can't, you know, the Discworld books by Terry Pratchett, right? Like, people are like, okay, these are the really great ones. You can just skip to those. And I'm like, no, ma'am. I am reading all of Discworld, and I am reading all of Discworld in order, and it will take me forever, but I'm going to do it. Or I recently started, I got interested in Lupin the Third, and I'm like, this is my next anime that I'm gonna make it through, Lupin the Third. And people are like, okay, like, start with, you know, the movie A Woman Called Fujiko Mine, or start with, no, Lupin the Third Part 1 from 70s with that janky, low-budget 70s anime animation. That's where we're starting. That's where the show starts, so that's where I'm starting.
That's exactly exactly how I have to watch things. I can't. Everyone's just like, just skip this. And I was just like, I can't.
If I was, if I'm rewatching something, if I'm like, okay, I'm gonna rewatch Parks and Rec, I might skip the first season because I've like already seen it. But also, I don't know, it's only like 6 episodes. Like, there's not much to skip.
Yeah, it's even afterwards, like when I play video games, and I can't say like I'm like a really big gamer.
The audience can't see you. You're wearing a hat that says gamer, and you are drinking a Mountain Dew. So it seems like you might be a gamer.
Yeah, very true. Thank you for letting everyone know that.
I'm painting a visual picture. You have a big, it's like a human-sized bag of Doritos behind you, and I didn't even know they made them that big.
Yeah, it's a special order. Special ordering.
I could not be sated by standard sized. Okay. Yeah. But no, continue with your video game thoughts. Because obviously you have...
Even when I replay a game, I have to still get a perfect score. Like, my favorite games are, like, the Ace Attorney games, Professor Layton, and then my favorite series of all times is the King's Quest series, which is a very, very old game. But I love Sierra, and I stan Roberta Williams. Like, she's a queen, and I love her so much. But, like, things like Professor Layton... there's another game that, like, I think I'm the only person who ever played these games because it had a very unfortunate title called Touch Detective.
Ooh! Oh! Oh my!
So unfortunate.
Very unfortunate.
Because it was for the touch screen. It was like one of the first games for the touch screen.
Uh-huh.
Oh god.
Uh-huh.
It was very, but they all had a point system, and so I have to get all the points. Like, for those who don't know, King's Quest had this point system, and, like, if you get so many points, like, you get a special congratulations screen at the end. In Professor Layton, there's coins that you collect, and there's secret puzzles everywhere, and I had to get all the coins and get all the secret puzzles. So even though, like, I know the ending, I know where all the secret puzzles are, when I play it again, I have to get all the secret puzzles and all the coins. I gotta.
I understand. When I replay a video game that has, like, a choice system, where it's like, oh, you can do the good thing or the bad thing, or you can say different things here, I can't do different things. If it's like, I do the good thing when I play a game. I'm like, this is the thing that I think is good and I want to be a good boy. I can't then go back and play the bad guy version of it because I'm like, no, all my friends will be mad at me. My friends who live in the computer who are real, they're real. I can't be mean to them. They're my friends.
Most of the games growing up that I consumed were my brother playing and I'm like sitting watching him play. And one of those games was Wind Waker. And there's the part of Wind Waker when you're trying to like talk to where you're stalking the girl on the island. Mm-hmm. And she stops and she sees you and you have to answer questions. And like one of them was like nice, one of them was like kind of mean, and the last one was like super flirty. Mm-hmm. And so we would just save the game and then go back and see what happens. But then like go back to when we were just like the nice answers and stay with that route.
Right, you wanted to see what would happen, but it's like, oh, if we have to make a permanent choice, we will be nice boy Link.
Yeah, in King's Quest, you have to save like every 5 seconds because everything can kill you, and you have to know how it's going to kill you. And then there was always puns when you died.
So they just made this game for you. They made a bold business decision of just saying, this one's just for them.
I don't even think I was alive for the first game.
All right,
I think I was alive by the third one.
Quest
but they knew.
1.
King's Quest.
July 1983, actually, by Sierra Entertainment.
I was not
Platforms:
alive.
IBM PC Junior, Apple IIgs, DOS, Sega Mark III, Apple II.
This is what my podcast is going to be about.
King's Quest?
King's Quest. Okay, so the one where I was finally alive was King's Quest 4. I was finally alive.
You done come out the womb and you're like you're playing King's Quest. You climb up to the big family computer.
I
And you're gaming.
I'm playing. No, my biggest shame and hilarious thing I always tell people is that a game I should not have been playing at the age of like 7. I shouldn't have been playing this game, but I was, because it came in the Sierra package, was Leisure Suit Larry, and I was playing that.
Oh, I was hoping that's what you were gonna say.
I was playing that, and I was like, you know, tender age of 7, going like, I'm gonna sleep with these ladies. Dad.
Dad, can you, what's this word mean? I'm trying to sleep with this lady.
How do you spell this word?
Dad, what's a rubber?
Alright, that's what 7-year-old Elyse was playing. I'm true gamer.
Very
true gamer
formative.
status.
You are true gamer. Again, hat, Mountain Dew, giant bag of Doritos. You moved your camera a little bit. I can see you are wearing a 1970s style leisure suit and medallion, which is very good. So paintball. We've been talking for half an hour. I mean, we've already had you on the show to talk about Community before. You shared your great story about meeting Gillian Jacobs and all the various stories there. That's in our Modern Warfare episode. But let's talk about Season 2, Paintball. Do you remember watching these for the first time and what that experience was like?
The one thing I definitely remember was when, like, the commercials were coming out for, like the mini ads, like, you know, like, oh, next week. And, like, I remember going like, they're doing another paintball, and like freaking out, like screaming to my parents, just like, it's another paintball! Like, who would have thunk that they would actually do another paintball episode?
They had the tenacity, the audacity to pull it off.
I was like, only Community. I was like telling all my friends, I was like, only Community, paintball, 2 seasons.
In a row. This time, it's the finale. No romance finale. It's all paintball.
That's literally what I told people, too. I was like, it's the finale this time. They're ending on paintball. Like, how cool is that?
Don't you see the implication of this?
But I was just so pumped. And I remember watching them, and, like, they were just so cool. I remember all the references, and, like, I feel like Pop What is, like, one of the things, definitely one of my top quotes.
So, how do these stack up for you against Paintball's previous and Paintball's still yet to come? Do you have some sort of internal preference system?
These are definitely, like, my favorite ones. Annie, as being, like, the queen, the Western queen, is, like, everything to me.
Being the coolest anyone has ever been. Being the coolest person on earth.
She was just so awesome. Also, watching, like, Troy try to be the leader, Abed just being so cool. I was just like, it's really hard. It's really hard. And plus, like, I'm a really big Star Wars fan, and I actually don't like Westerns. Like, I get bored watching Westerns, but I still really like that Western episode. They were just standing there staring at each other.
For hours.
Their eyes are dry and red, and they need
They're
to blink.
sunburned. Yes. These are big episodes for Annie and Abed.
Yes.
In particular.
Rewatching it, I always forget that Kendra with a QU is in it. And I love when they throw in the background characters just for, like, hey, you remember this one character that we introduced for, like, the hottest of seconds? Here they are again.
Here they are. And that Jeff isn't sure the audience will remember this character from half a season ago, so he calls her Kendra with a QU, which is a very funny joke for me. As a collegiate improviser at the time, who went to Denny's nearly every week of his college experience, the Denny's is for winners line. It meant a lot to us. that was a big one for the improv troupe.
That is definitely something I say to people, and, like, they have no idea what I'm quoting at all. But, like, hopefully now they do. But, like, because, like, I'm a theater student too, because I did stage management. That's what I got my bachelor's in, is theater arts with emphasis on stage management. And but Denny's for me is always the con scene. We would be done with the day. We haven't eaten all day because we've been in cosplay. And we're not eating in cosplay because that's no staining my costume.
No, if you're dressed as an Austin Powers fembot or a ducktail, you can't take the chance that any delicious Denny's maple syrup or zesty nachos will dribble down the front of your costume.
Absolutely not. And so, we go back to the hotel. We're changed. We're starving. And we're like, Denny's. It's
Denny's?
right there. And all of us are like, Denny's, 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 Denny's. And so for that line, whenever I heard Denny's is for winners, I was just like, all I can think about is going to Denny's at the tail end of a con, at the end of the day, just like dead, half in costume, still wearing your wig because like you didn't take off your makeup and like
Sure.
your makeup without the wig just looks ridiculous. So you're just like, don't look at me.
Don't look at me. I'm a ducktail. What of it?
One single ducktail.
There are so few things in life that one can count on, but you can almost be certain that if you are staying in an American hotel, there is a Denny's within walking distance, and baby, it's open.
Yeah.
It is open. You can sit and you can eat some Denny's.
Yeah, 100%. And I will go to Denny's. And like all of a sudden, like it's the best food I've ever had in my life. But like I go to Denny's and I'm on a Tuesday and it's just like this food is like, food.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Gets the job done.
Yeah.
It's food. You can eat it. And but if you go at the end of like an exhausting performative experience, somehow Denny's is ambrosia, the food of the gods.
100%.
Like somehow with the sweet taste of victory added, Denny's has become a delicacy.
The one every time, like I just picture the Denny's. There's one convention called Anime LA, so ALA. The Denny's was literally just like right across the street. We just looked, and there it was.
A field of Narutos would turn and look and spy the Denny's, and they'd run, their arms behind them across
So
the street.
Naruto run across the street to Denny's.
Thank you for accepting the role as our paintball correspondent.
Yeah.
It's an important role, and I'm glad you can fill it. So, judging by when the next time you will be on the show, are we going to count either the season 4 finale, where the Darkest Timeline people invade with magic paintballs, or the brief noir paintball cameo in the next fake flashback episode? Do either of those count, or will we not hear from you until season 6?
To me, they always counted.
I agree. Others would disagree, but I'm like, explicitly, at least the season 4 finale
Yeah,
is paintball.
that's 100% paintball.
It's not good paintball, but it's paintball.
Yeah, you still need to watch more anime.
Yes, and that's in. I'm working on it.
And that's fine.
I started during Quar. I started and I caught up on Kaguya-sama Love is War, both seasons of that, and I've started ordering the manga so I can like slowly work my way through that. I am a few episodes each into Lupin the Third, Neon Genesis Evangelion,
Oh, okay, cool.
and Death Note. Those are the 3 that I'm like kind of slowly piecemeal, on the exercise bike in the living room, working my way through each of those. But again, like 3 episodes into both, or all of them.
I'm very proud of you. Those are stellar choices.
I mean, I have friends who will throw anime at me. Like when Chang says turn on her and they all throw like paper balls at Britta. That I have friends that will do that, but I trust as well. That I'm like she will see me and give me measured recommendations. I haven't started Full Metal Alchemist, so I'm sorry about that. I failed you personally.
I know. I actually going to cry about that as soon as we were done, but now that you brought it up, I see where I stand in this friendship. Okay, I forgive you. I've been enjoying your community ship posts. They have brought me joy.
That's good. They're usually about Britta.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're about whether or not Britta and Annie should kiss. Sometimes they're about whether or not Britta and Jeff should kiss. But they're almost always about Britta.
I mean, you know how I feel. I am, one of the things I always do is, anytime fandoms pit two girls against each other for one guy.
No. Get the guy out of there. They should kiss.
They should just kiss.
They should kiss. Exactly. Yes, I agree with you. No love triangle. Push his ass out of there. They should kiss.
They should kiss. So, like, when there was, like, a big shipping war, which annoyed the hell out of me because people needed my opinion on it. They're like, Elyse, you look like Britta. What do you feel about this shipping war?
You look like Britta, but you feel like Annie. You simply must weigh in.
And, like, I just sat there, I'm like, I literally don't care at all. And so that's when I started shipping hard Annie and Britta, because I'm just like, why have Jeff involved at all?
I don't think they need Jeff.
They don't need Jeff. They could just have each other. And then
That's
they can
what
be
I'm
happy.
saying. Perhaps this is an interesting kettle to open up at the end of this interview, but I don't know if I've ever gotten your feelings personally on seasons 4, 5, and 6, as they do seem to be divisive within the community.
I like season 4. When it aired, I was just so happy to get new episodes of Community that it didn't really... It took me rewatching it to see the flaws in it. Because, like, anybody who was, like, an actual, like, you know, watching it as it aired knew that, like, oh my God, it's being canceled. Is it coming back? It's back? No, it's canceled. Oh my God, what's happening with Dan Harmon? And there was just too much, like, drama happening that when I got the episodes, I was just like, oh, thank God it's Community. Like, this is all I care about. And I feel like season 4 has, like, a lot of good things that happen in it, and maybe not the best episodes. Like, I really loved Jeff going to talk to his dad.
Yeah.
I really loved that happened. I loved, like, the character development. It sometimes, like, some of the stuff wasn't executed the best, but there was still a lot of good stuff that happened. Season 5, I also enjoyed, but I can't, like, it's definitely not on the top of, like, my favorites. I feel like season 4 we talk about a lot because that's, like, the Gaslight season, leak season, and so, like, a lot of people have, like, opinions about that. And then season 5 happens, and it's like, it's good. It's, like, a good season, and I still really enjoy it. And I like season 6. I really, like, I like Frankie. I liked what they did. Like, I don't hate it. I enjoyed it. It was hard to watch because Yahoo Screen, but it was still like...
Right, Yahoo Screen made it. But now that it's on Hulu and Netflix, now that the technical differences are made up, or on my DVD shelf.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I'm glad. It's good to hear. I'm not, good Brita shit. I love the Brita stuff in season 6 with her parents or with the return of Subway.
The return of Subway was so funny. I love that.
That advertising did work on me. If I was buying a car, I would, like, go to a Honda dealership and, like, take a look around after season 6. That was so... I guess I'm a level 7 susceptible.
Honestly, like, the last episode, our series finale was so good. Like, it's so rare to get a good series finale.
Well, thank you for stopping by once again. Princess Bilbo on all the stuff. Princess, like the title. Bilbo, like the Hobbit.
I really like Hobbit. You don't know how many people come up to me with what my handle is, Princess Bilbo, and they legitimately ask me if I have ever seen the Lord of the Rings movies or the Hobbit movies or read the books. And they're like, do you enjoy this? I was just like...
Bilbo is not a nonsense phrase I made up. Bilbo is like one of the more popular guys from those books. Do you think I like those movies? I named myself Bilbo. And I don't think anyone would ask you if you liked Lord of the Rings if you had a penis. I don't like to infer the messages of strangers, but I feel like that's definitely part of it.
This has been a Talkback Podcast.
That was quite a show.